Hey guys, what's going on and welcome back to the channel. So I know I haven't made a video in a while, but I am going to be rolling out a new YouTube schedule where I'm going to be uploading 2 videos a week. So if you're not already subscribed, be sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. So for today's video, I'm going to be addressing a Facebook post that I actually posted inside my Facebook group. Link for that is in the description. And that was a complete breakdown of my wholesale dropshipping business. Now, this is a video that I actually should have made a while back, but mainly I've just been making tutorials and how-tos. So this is going to be more of a beginner video, and it's going to be explaining what exactly is wholesale dropshipping, but more specifically, what is my business and my business model and all of the components that go into my business. Since you guys have asked several comments, also several Instagram DMs, so I'm going to be answering it all in today's video. So to start out, my business model is sourcing from wholesale suppliers. Now there are different type of suppliers that I will source from. Mainly you have distributors, you also have brands, you have importers, you have manufacturers, and then you just have general wholesalers. So to break each one down, a distributor is someone who basically buys from all these different brands. They are large companies and you can generally get a lot of different products from them, usually brand name products, but they'll carry an array of products. So I don't work with as much distributors. My main component of my business is I usually work with brands and importers. Now brands, that's self-explanatory. Those are just companies that they make their own product or they get it from China and then they slap their logo on it and then they have a brand and they sell their product. So usually my business is mainly composed of 2 different methods. I will be a representative or I'll be an authorized reseller for these brands and then I'll resell their products onto Amazon or onto any marketplace that they allow, or I will actually be the representative for the brand on the marketplace. So for example, I work with several brands that do not have a presence on Amazon or on eBay or on Etsy, for example, or Walmart. And what I'll do is I'll contact them and I'll say, hey, let me create the listings. Let me be the seller for your products on these marketplaces. And then I will sell their products on the aforementioned marketplaces. The last type of suppliers that I source from are importers. These are people who have the products made overseas, either in India, Vietnam, China, or even in the US. And then they just sell the products to other businesses. They don't really sell their products to the public and they don't really have a brand. They just make products and then they sell them. And then I guess you can also classify that with manufacturers. These are just people who make items and then they resell it to other retailers. And these are all businesses that sell business to business. So they are the people who source the product or make the product and then I am the retailer. They sell it to me and then I sell it to the end consumer, who is the person who is purchasing it from me over any website like Amazon, eBay, or my own website. So let's talk about fulfillment. Now, most of the companies that I work with, I source via dropshipping. This is where I don't house any of the inventory. Rather, when I make a sale, I send the information over to my supplier and my supplier ships it out to my customer. This is the method that I chose to start with because it allowed me to grow without actually spending a lot of money on inventory, as well as it was low risk. This way I didn't have to go and spend $1,000 or buy 10,000 units, and I was able to get access to a large catalog. Usually a lot of distributors will have a large catalog or several brands, and you can go and you can get access to all of their items, list them on the marketplaces, and then see what sells, and then only ship out that item from your supplier when you actually make a sale. So you're getting paid up front, and this way you don't have to spend tons of money or tons of capital on items that you're not sure if they're gonna sell. So I started with drop shipping, but over the years, I've slowly been growing more towards buying in bulk and more specifically FBA. So I've been doing FBA for several reasons. One of the fact is that I can actually see when an item sells, or I can see which items are going to be good sellers. So like I said before, with drop shipping, I get to test out an item, and let's say I list an item and it's drop shipping and I'm making 100 sales every single month. So if it actually makes sense, like if I can get better deals, if I can save on Amazon fees, if I can get really cheap shipping or really cheap pack and pack fees from Amazon, I can go and I can order that and I can have it sent into Amazon's warehouse rather than drop shipping that product. The other thing is I can see which products from my manufacturer's catalog or from my supplier's catalog are doing well on Amazon for the sales rank and are making a lot of sales. And then I can just send that item into Amazon rather than drop shipping it. So some other reasons why I like Amazon FBA is because Amazon handles the customer communication, Amazon handles the returns, the shipping, everything like that. This way, if I get 1,000 dropship orders, I don't have to have my software send that to my supplier, then upload the tracking. It's just less things that are going to go wrong. There's less cogs in the wheel, and Amazon is going to be automating most of that. Now, Amazon does have its problems. You're going to find time for time that Amazon misplaces a shipment. Amazon doesn't refund you money when they should. So it's not perfect. However, for me, it's going to allow me to automate more of my business and for me to grow my business. Another aspect of me buying in bulk is I will also send items to my own warehouse. This way I can go ahead and I can ship that out to other marketplaces like eBay, Walmart, Etsy, Shopify, and all of the other marketplaces that don't have their own fulfillment service. Also, you can use third-party fulfillment services like Deliverr, or you can also use there are local third-party fulfillment services, and you can store your inventory there, and they will ship out your order whenever you make a sale on the marketplace. So for the future, I definitely want to buy more in bulk, and I want to buy larger orders for the items that are selling, as well as I also want to do it to, number one, I want to get better discounts for the items, so this way I can lower my cost and I can improve my margins. But also, if I place larger orders, I then get to build up my relationship with the select few suppliers that I want to. This is going to allow me, like I said, to get better discounts, but also it can allow me to get access to other items. It can also allow me to potentially get exclusivity. Maybe the company is going to do a purge of sellers who are not making enough sales. This way I can make the cut and I can improve my standing with that company. So the third component of my business is private label, and this is different than drop shipping or wholesale because I'm going to be creating a product from scratch, or more or less what I do is I source from all these wholesale suppliers and I see what products are doing well. So what you can do on Amazon is you can actually create a new listing for that product. And if you have brand registry or if you have your own brand on Amazon, you can put it under your own listing. You can improve on that listing. You can get your own photos taken. You can go ahead and you can get better reviews. You can actually improve on that listing if, let's say, it was not doing well already on Amazon. If the original listing was terrible, if the original listing, let's say, was too crowded, or if the product photos are bad. So I am doing more private label, and this is not only sourcing items from my wholesale suppliers, but this is also, let's say an item is doing well, I can then go ahead and I can make my own version of that item, put it under my own brand, and then I can go ahead and I can launch that product because I have previous data that that item is doing well. So I want to put a caveat here because this is something that I am experimenting with. I've only launched 2 products using this method. And again, these are products that were wholesale products. However, I went to manufacturers in the US and I had my own version made. So still something I am testing out. However, this is where you're going to find the best profit margins because you are going to control your fulfillment method, but it is going to cost you more because you're going to have to design the product. You're going to have to create your logo, get your trademark for your item if you want brand registry, and then you're going to have to place a large MOQ with your manufacturer who is making your product. So the last thing I want to talk about are sales channels. This is going to depend on the product and as well as the supplier. Certain suppliers will not let you sell on Amazon or eBay. Certain suppliers will not let you sell on Walmart. It's going to depend on the supplier that you work with. However, for me, I sell from a lot of different suppliers. I have over 20 suppliers, and I usually work it out which supplier is going to be sold on where. So some of them are sold on Walmart, some of them are sold on Amazon, and then some of them are sold on eBay. So whichever supplier allows me to sell where, that is how I set them up. Also, let's say a product is handmade. I work with a bunch of brands that hand make their items. Those items do very well on Etsy, but they would not do well on Walmart, let's say, or on eBay. So those would not be sold there. So it is going to depend on where the brand lets you sell those items, as well as if the item will actually do well on that marketplace. A lot of you have asked which marketplaces I sell on. I currently sell on, in order, Amazon, I sell on eBay, I sell on Etsy, I sell on Walmart, I sell on my own website, and this is hosted on Shopify. However, you can also use BigCommerce or any other platform. And then I also sell on smaller marketplaces like Bonanza, I sell on Mercari, I sell on Poshmark, I sell on Truegether, I sell on eCreator. Then there are other ones that I'm trying to get approved for, like Sears, and there are just other miscellaneous markets. But my whole goal is basically to outsource that. So I have VAs list on those marketplaces, as well as I use an omni-channel software, and I basically just automate all of that. I take my listings from Amazon and eBay, and I list it on all of these smaller marketplaces. Whenever I get a sale, I just fulfill it. But these are not my main sales channels. These are just smaller channels where I can reach other customers that I would not necessarily reach otherwise. The last two things that I want to talk about for my business are softwares as well as VAs help hiring your own employee, getting warehouse space, and the logistics of running a business. So the first thing is software. For software, especially if you're doing wholesale drop shipping or even wholesale and you're working with a ton of suppliers, you're gonna want a really good omni-channel software. It took me a while. I went through 30 different softwares, 30 different demos, actually trial and error, wasting money. So you're gonna want a good omni-channel software that, number one, can import your items correctly, that if you are actually doing drop shipping, that can keep track of in and out of stock, of price fluctuations. Then you want a good channel software that can actually push out the items to the channels that you are selling on. You're also going to want one if you are doing drop shipping that can do auto ordering. This is something that's really important because it's going to allow you to scale. In terms of other softwares, you also might want to look into a good product research software for the different marketplaces that you're selling on. Also, you're going to want to look into one for repricing, and those are just like the basic softwares. But then for accounting, so for accounting, I use QuickBooks, as well as I'm looking into using WebGility. So I don't use it right now. I am on a demo with them, but that is something I am looking to connect my sales channels to and then push out to QuickBooks, which is what I use for accounting. So the last component is going to be the logistics, and this is going to be things like a warehouse, things like shipping, things like having employees, having assistants. So this is still something that I am figuring out for my business, as well as I probably always will be working on. But as your business grows, you're gonna want more help. You're gonna want to hire VAs. You might wanna think about hiring employees if you're trying to ship out a lot of stuff locally, but this is always something that I am working to improve on. And that is basically a complete breakdown of my business. I work with wholesale suppliers, I source and I fulfill using a lot of different methods, and I sell on a lot of different sales channels. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. This was supposed to be a complete breakdown of my business and just give you a more general idea of how I run my business and the different components that go into running a wholesale dropshipping business. It's not easy, but at the end of the day, it's something that I really want to grow, and because I am working with wholesale suppliers, I'm building relationships. This is for the long term, and in my idea or in my view, I'm building an asset that I can actually potentially sell. So by building my brand, by building my business, by building my relationships, I'm building an asset that maybe one day I can actually sell this business, or maybe it gets to the point where I can go public with it. I don't know, but this is how, and this is the business that I actually want to build. So thanks for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, be sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also, like I said in the beginning, you can join the Facebook group. The link for that is down in the description. And also be sure to go ahead and smash the thumbs up button. It really helps the video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.